Good morning, it's Barbara. It's coolish today, and but it's bright and sunny. Pretty nice. Happy Vlogmas Day. Holy cow. 19. Good morning, it's Barbara. You're crooked. Thank you for joining me for Vlogmas Day 19, December 19th. Holy cow, time is just flying. Things are crazy. Things are crazy around here. So I'm expecting a call from my lawyer, so I may be pausing you. So if I stop in the middle and then don't remember what I was talking about, that's why you'll hear the phone ring. Unless it's unless he calls my cell phone, and then you won't even see this because I'll have to start over. I am wearing my Trove sweater again today because I want to have a conversation with you about Megan's yarns, because I really want to do a project and I thought maybe I would do a Trove. Well, and yesterday I mentioned that I had this beautiful pink yarn and I was confused about the yarn, and she straightened me out. She dyed all the yarn, but it was in two lots, and it's not super obvious on the camera. This one, and I have two of these, is lighter, a little bit lighter than these two that I have. So I have two that are a little bit lighter and less speckled. But man, they're the same color, so they're and on the screen you can't even hardly tell they're different. There you go. Now you can see the difference. But I don't even know if it would be enough difference that I would have to alternate skeins, because I'm thinking of doing the Trove, which is what I'm wearing again. So the pink would be all the dark that's in this would be pink, and then all the colors would be Megan's colors, and they'd be crazy Megan's colors. So my question is this too crazy? And also I have last year's, which is a sin that I haven't done anything with. So I'm thinking of doing a Trove and using the pink as the main color, and for a couple of reasons. One is it's such a gorgeous yarn. It's like a sin it hasn't been knit up, and I've had it for a couple of years now. And it would be an entirely Megan dyed sweater, which would be so much fun. So, and the Trove, I recall enjoying knitting it, even though it looks a lot more complicated than it is. Well, it looks like it might be harder to knit, except for you knitters know that it's not. But it is mosaic. Now, if I end up alternating the skeins, that would add one more level of complication. But you can see in the shade that they're different. But easily managed, relatively easily. I'm really leaning that way. That's why I'm wearing my Trove again. I'm really leaning that way, so you let me know. When I say that, you scream in your head, no, that will look terrible. If you're screaming that, I want to know. But, in little bits and pieces. So I would want to think about the order and everything, but it would be like every stripe would be a different color for a long time. So, because I have I don't think I used I did use some of the of Megan's yarns in my hat last year. Especially the gray. I used the gray because it needed some transition. I'm not sure what else I used. Maybe some of the navy blue. So the colors this year are different than last year. So anyway, where I'm going with this. I'm really leaning that way. In theory, the Sylvester would work too, but the other colors in that are so subtle. I mean, they make a whole beautiful sweater, but they don't really showcase the other colors like this does. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So yesterday turned out to be a crazy day. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it turns out that my sister left me as trustee for one of her trusts. That includes some partial ownership of the house that her condo. And nobody knew about this trust. I mean, I wasn't shocked to hear about it because my sister would talk to me periodically as she was working on her estate and stuff. I mean, that was really her hobby. She was a CPA. You know, she was very into the markets and all that stuff. And so I think her you know, money management and her trusts were kind of like her hobby. And so she was, you know, every once in a while redoing them and thinking about them and stuff like that. And so she had talked to me in a way that made me think there was a separate trust for me and my brothers that involved the house. So I wasn't surprised to hear about this, except that she passed away 3 months ago. September, October, November, 4 months ago. And they just discovered this trust because this trust owns part of the property that's being sold tomorrow. And so the title company discovered that there's another trust. And they scrambled around and found the documentation and everything. So at the very last minute, 2 days, 3 days before the condo is being sold, I'm suddenly involved, which is really weird. So I am a trustee for my sister for one of her trusts, and you know, so my executrixing is going to, you know, just go through the roof. But luckily, I had already gone through a bunch of this stuff with my mother, so we kind of hit the ground running. Although it was very interesting because I was not able. This is all going on in Idaho, and I'm in Pennsylvania. So I was not able to, they have a way to do an electronic notary because everything I signed for this settlement has to be notarized. And we could not get that to work. Dennis tried to help me, and I mean, he did help me try to do it, and it didn't. We couldn't get it to work. So this is like 4:30, 5 o'clock my time yesterday. And so the guy says, well, we will get a notary out to your house to sign these papers and have them notarized. And they might come tonight, if that's okay. I'm like, sure, that's perfectly fine. 8 o'clock, I had a notary in my house with the papers for me to sign and her to notarize. I mean, I guess you can do anything if you're really motivated, and they were very motivated to get this taken care of so they can make settlement tomorrow. But, you know, so now I have to do stuff. So I called my lawyer or texted him, and he called me and said, well, you know, so he's on the ball getting stuff ready, and I'm expecting a call from him any minute to finalize stuff. But it's like, oh my gosh. But it was very fortuitous because we were in need of a notary to notarize Aura's signature. And we were very interested in a traveling notary. So, Christy, I have made arrangements for a notary to come on Christmas Eve to notarize signatures while you and Rich are here because we need witnesses. Gorgeous. It'll be such a fun sweater. I'm very excited. I'm pretty much set on the trove. Beautiful, beautiful pink, violet, and bright yellow. Oh, Megan, it's going to be a sweater to die for. I'm wondering if I need to like really plan out the colors or if I can just stick my hand in the jar. What do you think? I'll take advice on that. What do you think? And here's my gift for today. It's soft. New Zealand sheep napkins. How cute. And it's so hilarious because a couple days ago she opened her advent from me and it was 4th of July, well, Stars Spangled Banner napkins. I'm like, I hope she doesn't mind getting napkins. I thought they were fun. Apparently she wouldn't mind. So this is really fun. Thank you, my dear. How cute. Very cute. So there you go. So my life is feeling a little bit crazy and like I'm reading documents. Oh, that's pretty. Very neutral. Now, I was digging around in my bowl yesterday and I discombobulated it, so I have no idea. Oh, there we go. 19 is Scandiland. Like Scandinavia? Really? Scandiland? It's a pretty color. It's a little bit less grayish than is on my screen. It's really just it doesn't go quite so gray. It's brown, beige, beautiful. Very nice. And another bulb pin for my little treat. Very nice. Thank you, Julie. Oh, I forgot. Ooh, I forgot. I did do some knitting yesterday and everything else, and I decided to put a buffer, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. It was kind of a pinkish buffer, but it had a little bit of the orange, so I thought it transitioned nicely into the beautiful yarn from yesterday. I hope Christy likes it, because that's what I did. So let's see what today might bring. We've got the physical therapist coming this afternoon. I have to go to the store because, you know, Christmas Eve and Christmas is coming, and Rich and Chrissy are coming, and I have things to buy for their eating pleasure. Oh, yes, beautiful. Bread and butterflies. Sounds like tea. Bread and butterflies. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Nancy. Oh, yes. Oh, fun. All right. Beautiful. Right? Did they have bread and butterflies at the tea, sweetie? The Alice in Wonderland?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. The Mad Hatter's Tea Party, yeah. Okay, so this is the toads. I think it's the right day. Oh, very pretty. Very pretty. I am very behind on my cowl. I have not been working on it the last few days. I've been focusing on the hat for the knitting that I've been feeling like doing. That's very pretty. That's going to make a very nice row in my cowl. My Scattered Petals cowl. Thank you, ladies. I have a separate bowl for my DK. And last but not least, oh, I worked on my card yesterday. I'm beginning to feel like it's going to work. My New Year's card. It was a big box, but it was a little thing inside. Oh, I thought it was red. It's not. It's blue. Very pretty. Very pretty. I am not using a lot of glittery stuff on the card because it's going to be scanned. So, and I did not do the test run of the scanning to know whether or not it was going to work, but just, I'm assuming not very well, so. I have a little, not too much. All right. I wasn't sure because I thought he was going to call me at 10, so I wasn't sure if I would be able to. I pause when I blow my nose, but I don't pause when Dennis blows his nose. He didn't warn me. So this worked out very well. So I have a new color to knit. I have napkins. Thank you, Megan. And I am very excited about my trove. I think it's going to be fun and gorgeous. But I am not starting it until maybe it'll be my Christmas Day cast on. I don't do a Christmas Eve cast on. Christmas Eves are very busy in my house because Christmas Eve is when our celebration is. So the tradition of a Christmas Eve cast on is for people who want to sit and relax before the big craziness of Christmas Day. But my Christmas Eve is the crazy day, and my Christmas Day is the calm day. So I might think about a Christmas Day cast on of a trove. I might just do that. We shall see. Maybe at least I'll wind the yarn, the pink yarn. And I have more pink yarn than the pattern calls for. I think for the size that I do, it would only take 3 skeins of the pink. And I have 4. And it's so beautiful. So I'm very excited to be knitting with that. And I have to say that there are a lot of days when I'm getting dressed and I go for that gorgeous sweater I made out of the Arctic Crafts yarn in the Skrike colorway, which is the Scream. I love that color. It makes me smile every day. I have a summer sweater. I didn't wear it all this summer because it got snagged. Maisie snagged it and I haven't repaired it, and that's the pink that I have with the raspberry color block. I forget what I can't remember the names of my sweaters. But one thing I need to do this winter is do some repairs on some sweaters, because I have another sweater, Summer Dreams. I don't remember the name of it. It's a Marcella Chang cardigan that I test knit, and it's gorgeous and I love it, but it also got snagged and I have to fix the snag, and it got put away and I haven't worn it for 2 years. So I need that, like last winter I mended my socks, as you might recall, or last year I mended my socks, which I really love wearing those mended socks, I can tell you. This year maybe I'll mend my sweaters. I have a couple sweaters that need attention so that I can wear them again, and those 2 are summer sweaters, so this winter would be a good time to work on them. So maybe I will do that. We shall see what happens in the new year. I am making no promises about nothing, honey, because my life right now is very full of surprises that take time. So I'm making no promises, and I'm sure you're fine with that. But I did make progress on my card, and that feels good. I have more to do on it, and then I need to scan it and then print it. So I got stuff to do if I'm going to send New Year's cards. So that's basically what's going on here. Meanwhile, I was able to get my whole vlog in before I got my call from my lawyer. I'm glad to have the vlog done, but I'm not happy to not have a phone call from my lawyer, because I have things to do and I can't really do it and stop in the middle to talk to him. So yeah, something's done. Dennis is working on his yogurt or his something. Oh, he's hard cooking eggs. Oh, he's got to make more pickled eggs because Allison loves pickled eggs, and I need the can for the... Oh, I got to put cranberries on the list. I need the can for the cranberry sauce that I'm going to make for Christmas Eve. Because the can I had didn't work. I had to scoop it out. So, but he has a can that's going to work. Anyway, I'm going to go. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.